We did. We did have it, and we said we better use it because that'll take it.
Other shorts?
This one, but the lady, I mean, this was there, and it's probably yesterday. But we don't have that much for everything. And then our logo, we kind of have some colors, so it's 6 colors, and that's a lot, but people have 6 colors, instead of green and everything. How does that fit the? But it doesn't have to be, it has to be the color that. So we have to,
I'll buy it. I want it.
but, so I don't want. Like we did, you know, the girl that was no help, because she couldn't give us any prices. An hour, just trying to figure out.
I don't know where you got these from, but this is been the best quality so far.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's on here yet. You want to go ahead and bring her in? I'll get her done. Yeah. If you ever find yourself in a bind, remember you can just put it down, then you just push it open.
Oh, that other. Oh, it's not.
Because the only thing the only thing that keeps them together is that thing on top. So like watch out. Go to the top, pull it down. Now just push it. Push them.
You didn't know that. I was. Okay.
Okay. All right. Court calls cause number 240500018, State of Texas versus Ruby Escareno Gill. Ms. Gill, if you can step up a little bit. Yeah, right there's fine. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Ruby Escareno Gill. Ms. Gill, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence alleged to have occurred on or about the third day of May 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where an individual by the name of Tobias Carreño accuses you of pushing him. Are you aware of that charge? Okay, and you understand it? Okay. Before Oh, it's okay. Before I go any further, there's some things I need to let you know. Every case that's heard out of this court is a Class C misdemeanor. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you stand there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. You understand these rights? Okay. Some other things I need to let you know. Um, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain cases. For instance, this is an assault family violence type case. There, you could be subject to not being able to buy a firearm. And I'm going to read you an admonishment here in a minute regarding that. Um, uh, this counts, if you get a conviction, it counts as a conviction towards a family violence type offense. After so many of them, they go to the higher courts. They become felonies. So just to know that there are consequences beyond this courtroom I have no control over. If you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in that situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Finally, if I order a fine and court cost and you're unable to meet that financial obligation, there are other ways to pay. There's an application you fill out, and if I find that you qualify, I could put you on an extended payment plan. I could put you on community service or a combination of those things. Okay. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to read the charge to you again in a minute. Then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing in that I will find you guilty and then go to the punishment portion of the case. If you plead, the difference between guilty and no contest is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not contesting the charges. You're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting it. But what you're also telling the court is that there's enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that if anyone attempts to uh, admit or enter that evidence of your plea of no contest in a higher court, in a civil court, it won't be allowed. If you plead guilty, it could be allowed. Okay. If you plead not guilty, then your case will be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be a prosecutor who sits at that desk, who represents the state of Texas. He's the one that brings the charges on behalf of the state of Texas. You'll have an opportunity to speak to him regarding your case. You can try to negotiate a plea bargain agreement if you have evidence or anything you want him to consider regarding your case. You can do so at that time. The prosecutor has the ability to do a number of things, from recommending a plea bargain agreement to recommending dismissal of the case if he feels that it's warranted. So the point being that it doesn't hurt to speak to the prosecutor. If you're unable to resolve your case, then your case will be set for trial. And it's going to be your choice whether it's in front of a judge, myself, or in front of a jury. Okay? Any questions? Okay. All right. All right, Ms. Gill. As to the charge of assault, oh, hold on. I am required to read you the following admonishment because it is an assault family violence. Give me a minute. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. All right. That being said, Ms. Gill, as to the charge of assault by contact, family violence alleged to have occurred on May 3rd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead? The court will accept your plea of not guilty.
It happened during my working hours. I worked there.
Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna ask you to stop right there because I may have to listen to the facts of the case at trial, and I'm not allowed to listen to them until we're in trial. Okay?
Not guilty, but what is it? The phone call? Like,
Well, no. If you didn't do it, it's okay to plead not guilty. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you're gonna go to trial. Okay, all it means is that you're gonna get to speak to the prosecutor, talk to the prosecutor, tell him what you were gonna tell me. If you have any witnesses, right, that were there, you can bring them, or you can bring a statement, or whatever the case may be.
I got it.
So I can tell you this, that you are presumed innocent till proven guilty. And in my court, it's got to be more than he said, she said. There's got to be additional evidence. And it's going to be up to him to give it to the prosecutor if he has anything. Okay. So if you're not guilty, don't, because look, because if you plead no contest, I more than likely will place you on deferred disposition. Okay. You're gonna plead no contest? Are you sure that's what you want to do? Okay. All right. That's the other thing I need to let people know. Like me as the judge, I don't have the ability to dismiss cases, right? The only thing I can do is listen to the case at a trial, and then I can determine whether they met their burden or not, right? Guilty or not guilty. But the prosecutor can recommend dismissal if he so chooses. So you're pleading no contest. I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest. I'm gonna place you on 90 days. Well, before I go to what I'm gonna do, go ahead. Now you can talk to me. You can tell me whatever you want.
I have a brother, has no income. My dad made it 3 years old. And